thanks for tuning in today's video. As you saw in the title, we will be doing this look that I prepared for my date night with babe. We're just going out to dinner, nothing major or anything like that, but I just wanted to be a little cute, you know, and show you guys at the same time my foolproof products of things that I know I can just reach for, go to, and my look will end up banging, like if I do say so myself, you know. So if you want to know what products I use on my face to get this look, go ahead and keep watching. I haven't been outside, like going anywhere to eat, and I don't know how long, so I am excited. Figured I'd sit down and film with you guys. And what I have in front of me basically is just like foolproof makeup that I know is gonna work and make me look good, okay? So as always, I'm gonna start with my eyes. I have been using the NYX Brow Glue. Been really enjoying this brow glue, and I've honestly been using it before and after my brows because I do like the structure that it gives my brows when I use the glue beforehand. That way I know where I have to fill in and I don't have to use too much of the pencil that I'm going to use. If you saw the drugstore video that I put up recently from, you know, the Ulta haul and try on video, that was the first time I tried it, but trust me, I've used this plenty of times since then. I did the test like I told you guys I was going to do, where I was going to put the Anastasia brow freeze. I put that on one eyebrow and then I put this on the other eyebrow, and not that this actually keeps my hair standing in place, but I just find like my brows look nice and fluffy and structured and don't feel a kind of way. I'm gonna take my Benefit Precisely My eyebrow pencil, one of my favorites. This one is the shade 4.5. Let me go ahead and grab 4 because I noticed the other day when I used this, I just felt like my brows looked a little dark. So I have number 4 and 4.5. I use 4.5 for the outer tail part of my brow, and then I'll go in with 4 in the front of my brow. So that's one brow. I'll go ahead and do the other brow. We'll move on. So we're gonna come back and use the Jackie Aina and ABH collab palette. Still one of my favorite palettes. It was hands down my favorite palette of 2019. So I'm gonna do my other brow and then we'll come back and get to this palette. Alright, so my brows are all good and done. I did go back on top of it with that brow glue again, and that's what they're looking like right now. And I did mention to you guys that in the other video that the brows was kind of shiny, but I like that trick where I actually set the powder over top, so I'll probably do that a little bit later. Now I'm taking the Makeup by Mario Master Eye Prep Set. This is in Deep, and this has been my go-to. I don't know if you can see the grooves in there of how I've been using this palette, but I've definitely been getting lots of use out of this palette. I like this to prep my eyes before eyeshadow. I'm just going to take a mixture of the shades, and I also kind of take it up so that I can clean up the brows as well. This is one of my favorite brushes, guys. It's the Juvia's Place Smudger brush, and look how thick it is. It just fits all over the eye so perfectly. So I'm using that first to smooth out. I use that to first spread it out, then I'm going in with the powder down there just to set that product in place. This really makes a good base for your eyeshadows to go on. Everything is nice and smooth, primed and prepped, and I just have been really loved. Back to the Jackie Aina palette. I'm gonna do something pretty simple. We're just going out to dinner real quick, so I'm gonna start off with ginger in the crease, which is what I normally do when I get this palette. Well, it depends. I've done quite a bit of looks on this with this palette, and I definitely wanted to film with this palette today because when I did my initial ABH video featuring this palette, like the quality, the camera was all blurry. The quality of the video was all blurry, and I just don't feel like I did it justice. So definitely wanted to redeem myself on that one with this look here. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't have this palette as of yet, y'all definitely need to get your hands on it. Like, I don't even have to build up the colors. They just show up. Like, this is the best. Oh, wait, I got a new brush. Forgot. I have an order here from Mercier. They had restocked some brushes. Did I? I don't know if I posted it or not. So I have a new eyeshadow brush here. I also have a face brush, which we'll get into in a minute. But this eye brush is the number 14 brush. The 13 was still sold out, or maybe I was just too late on getting it. But this is the number 14 brush. Look how precise that tip is for blending. Oh my goodness. So this is gonna be so good for like my outer portion, my outer corner, and going into that deep V. So wait, I'm looking for my Refa 01. That's what made me think of it. All right, so here's the Refa 01 brush. That's what that looks like. And I'm gonna take the shade, what? I don't even know what I'm wearing tonight. I'm going to take the shade Pinker. I'm gonna add some color into this, but just in the crease here. So I'm gonna take that Pinker into the crease with my 01 brush. These colors seriously blend so well together, but I'm going back in with that original brush and just going around that just to blend it even more. Now I'm gonna take that new brush, the number 14, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Credit. And I'm taking that on this outer V and then a little bit into the crease. First, we're gonna build up on the outer V here. Then I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush here. Sedona Lace 863 is part of the set I always use. And I'm just gonna go around and blend everything together for that. Now my NYX Glitter Glue Primer. What is it called? Glitter Primer. And another Sedona Lace brush. This one, the number's rubbed off. It may say 305, I'm not sure. But it's just a flat little brush here. And I'm gonna take that to prime my eyes. Alright. Then I'm going to take my Delium Tool 777 brush. Flat shader brush here. And I'm going to go in with Lituation. Then one of my favorite shades in this palette is Zam. I'm gonna take that on the inner portion of my eye. What is this? This is my MAC 219 brush. I'm gonna take Zam. This is a Fenty 230 brush. I'm gonna take Zam again. Definitely doing some lashes today. So first let me prep my eyes with a little bit of mascara. One that I tried was the Covergirl Exhibitionist, which is right here. So I'm gonna use this. Of all the recent mascaras that I've tried, which have all been drugstore except for the McGrath one, which I love, but I'm not gonna use that today since I'm using lashes. This was the best one. So really quickly. All right, so I'm going to do liner, lashes off camera, and then I'll come back and we can finish with the face. As usual, I'll finish up the bottom of my eyes when I finish my face. Let's go ahead. Oh, I need primer. Okay, what is a foolproof primer? Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Tatcha Silk Canvas, but I need like a hydrating primer underneath my foundation. So just to get rid of it, I'm gonna use my Hourglass number 28 Serum Primer. Go all around with the Serum Primer. Alright, now that I have on my moisturizing base, I'm gonna go in with this Tatcha Silk Canvas. And this, it says a dupe to the Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f. But I can't use as much of this that I do with that Poreless Primer, that Poreless Putty, because then it'll start pilling. Like you get those little bowls when it mixes with the foundation. I don't want that. So I use very little of this, but it's still effective, which is why this has lasted for so long. Like I have a mini and I've had this since what? Almost a year now. And it doesn't even look like it. I don't know if y'all can tell how much I've used, but it has a good dip in it, but it's still, I have plenty of product. So I'm probably not gonna buy the liquid version, even though I love that. Why didn't I use the liquid version? I'm not gonna buy a full size liquid version until I go through this one. So definitely a foolproof primer in my opinion. And in case you're wondering, the lashes that I have on is from Kiss. They're the number 11 lashes. Kiss lashes and their lash glue. I've been using that that lash liner that I've been telling y'all about. Yo, it makes it so easy to pop on your lashes. But my face is all primed away now. This has also been a go-to, like the look that this the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, I showed you guys this in a recent video, in my Sephora video. The look that this gives is everything. So I'm actually not gonna wear this today though, only because I already did my brows, I did my eyes. Like when I do this, I like to go ham. I paint it all over my face and I blend it. I'm not gonna use that also because I may be using a new highlighter in this video, so I want that highlighter to show. So I'm not gonna use that, but it is a foolproof product in my opinion right now. I want to take my cream. This is the cream bronzer from Fenty Beauty. Mine is in the shade 06 Chocolate. I'm going to take this just to sculpt out my face before I go in with the rest of the products. It looks so much deeper on camera than it does on my face. It's weird how the camera just picks up on certain things. I don't have any wet beauty blenders either. I'm gonna have to go do that. Taking the Juvia's Place. It's like a blending brush, the J117 Precision brush. And I want to take this alongside of my nose. My kids have McDonald's. I had to grab a nugget, but I'm hungry and I can't wait for dinner tonight. So we're going to Texas de Brazil, where they give you mad meat and stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go in on them lamb chops. But I wet my sponges now. I'm gonna take my Pat McGrath concealer. This one's in the shade MD27, which is more like my skin tone shade. So I'm just gonna take that to like color correct real quick. Cancel out the darkness on the outside of my eyes. This here, above my mouth. Another one of my favorite tools, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out that first round of concealer. And you see how little bit of concealer I used and how far it spreads. Like, I think I might have put too much because this is my color correcting concealer. I'm about to put some more because I want to brighten up underneath the eyes too. This concealer, it might be expensive, but you see a little goes a long way and it lasts you a good amount of time. So you gotta be mindful of what you're paying for. But now I'm gonna take the MD23 same concealer and I'm just gonna highlight up in here, up in here, up in here. I'm taking the opposite side of that sponge and just gonna blend that out too. I could let it sit a little bit, but honestly with this concealer, the coverage is so good, you really don't need to. Now for foundation, my foolproof foundation for a long time was the, oh I just shook it, I should have showed you how low I was on it, but this is my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Love this, but lately I have been enjoying the combination of their latest foundation with it as well. So this one is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation. We can speed through this part because you see me talk about these. I actually used it in that same Sephora get ready with me, try on haul, whatever kind of video it was. You see me use these products, so I'm just gonna go ahead and to apply it. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 01 brush. I'm gonna go ahead in with this all over the face. I like to spray my brush before I go to blend. It just, you know, makes it feel a little bit more smoother. I love the color combination of this. I feel like this makes my perfect match. Like neither one of those foundations are like the perfect shade for me, so this combination to me is everything as far as the color match. Like it's not bad at all. And the fact that I'm mixing a matte foundation with a hydrating foundation, I always love that because, you know, in these winter months my skin is a little more on the dry side, so the combination of both just works good. That coverage is so good, I honestly don't need to go back in, but I'm just going to take a little bit down my neck just to even everything out. Alright, now that I have my foundation applied, I'm going back in with that blending sponge for underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to take the Laura Mercier honey powder and I'm going to set underneath my eyes. Blend the concealer out first before I just go in with the powder, because you want to make sure there's like no creasing or anything, because you don't want to set those creases in place. You want it nice and smooth. So actually I'm going to take this mirror up so I can be looking up while I do this. Then taking the powder and setting up underneath my eyes. And I'm using the Laura Mercier Honey Translucent Powder. I usually, my foolproof one is the medium deep, but I like this one because it gives a little bit more brightness up underneath the eye. Medium deep kind of like blinks it out and makes it more like my skin tone color. But when I do want that highlighted look, I do like the honey. I've been using this honey ever since I tried this in that Sephora video as well. And then I'm just going to set everywhere else where I put that lighter color concealer. Now just to lightly set my face, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter, or whatever it's called, Flawless Finish, Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, the one that I've done hit pan on. I'm going to go ahead and just set all over the face, lightly, not too much powder, because why it look so dark? What happened to that lighting? That was weird. I'm going to lightly powder all over my face, just so that when I go to apply powder products, nothing skips or anything like that, and everything is nicely set. Now I'm going to take bronzer, and oh, that's the way we come into my new brush. So the other rougher brush that I purchased is the number 22 brush. It's a bronzer brush, and I've wanted this so bad. It's the number 22. Fresh out the packaging. So I'm going to take this with my Gucci bronzer, which has been my go-to bronzer ever since I tried it as well. Taking that bronzer on the brush like that, and going in there. And a little warmth to the face, not too much. I'm about to be extra and put my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer on too, because I kind of want to like define a little higher up. So I'm just putting a little bit of that on that brush, and then just right here at the top. Right around the outskirts. Because y'all know I like to be super bronzed up. It just defines the face more. It just gives the face structure. And then I need a brush for my bronzer on my nose, which I'm going to go in with a mixture of Gucci and Charlotte Tilbury since I got them both out here. No added product on this brush, just blending out the little bit of bronzing I did on those sides, so it'll look more natural, you know. I'm gonna go back underneath the eyes really quickly. So underneath the eye, I have the Sigma E21 super small smudge brush here. I'm gonna take the shade Pinker, and I'm going underneath my lash line with that. That same number 13 brush with credit, I'm gonna go very lightly on the outside part. Literally the outer corner part. I'm not taking it in because I want. All right, now I'm gonna blend it out with ginger, and I'm actually gonna mix in a little bit of edges and blend out those shades. Let's fix that inner tear duct part because I lost some of Zam. Oh, I should. Sorry, I stayed forgetting to zoom you in, but I lost some of Zam when I did the concealer. And then I also want to connect it down at the bottom part as well. So just right up in here. Spraying it just because it's kind of like crumbly a little bit. I haven't decided which blush to use as of yet. So in the meantime, I'm going to go in with the lip. This is a new lip I want to try. This is called the NYX Never Basic Shine Loud. It's supposed to be, it's one of them currently viral on TikTok items. And I'm taking the shade Chestnut from MAC. I want to line the outside, line my lips with this. Alright, so I believe you're supposed to go in with the color first and then top it off with the gloss. So this is the color side. Really pigmented, went on nice and smooth, and I normally don't do just a lip like this, but for the sake of testing it out, let me see, what kind of blush am I gonna use? I honestly should have used one of my cream blushes, but it's okay. I'm gonna use the Pillow Talk Intense blush from Charlotte Tilbury while that lip dries. Taking the Rapha 04 brush with this. Alright, my lips are actually starting to stick together. I don't want them to get too stuck, so I'm gonna go in with the gloss portion of this lip. Oh, this side is like a brush application, so. And even though it's a gloss, it's not supposed to transfer, so let's see. I'm kind of scared. Oh shoot, look y'all. You see where the gloss is, but you don't see nothing on my hand, so. Promising, especially to be wearing underneath mask. But now we have the Pat McGrath Divine Rose Highlighter. This is the first time I'm testing this out. What would be my normal foolproof highlighter would be my Dior Backstage Glow palette, but I do want to try this today. And I think with this little pink situation we got going on, like I use pinker in the eyes and I use the pink blush, I think this will go well. So the packaging there, that's what it looks like. Lined in, y'all, it's lined in, and that's what the highlighter looks like itself. Gonna take my A23 brush from Juvia's Place, and let's see. Oh shoot, it's like a pinky gold. Put a little bit under here. It's like a goldy pink. Oh, let me do this side like this. Didn't take any building up to do, and usually I don't put pink highlighters down the side, down my nose, but this is a highlighter that can actually do it. Okay. Taking the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Gonna go all around my face with that. Before that completely dries, I want to take my Jouer powder, which is like on its last leg. Look, the top is off. What's that brush I just had? Okay. I'm gonna take that same BK Beauty brush that I use and go. I'm gonna go ham with this one because I love the way this busts my makeup in. It just brings everything together, and it just looks like it's seamless. And I noticed that I forgot one of my favorite products, which is the Pat McGrath Under Eye Powder. I'm gonna use the same with a little Techniques brush though. I'm sure I got a new one. There's a clean one right here. Okay, I'm taking that same powder and going underneath my eyes. I don't know. It just does something that smooths everything out and makes it perfection. Alright y'all, so I'm pretty much dressed. My hair is not fully dried. That's the only thing. So I kind of want to fluff it out, but then I kind of don't because it'll mess up the curls. I don't know. I'm going to leave that as is for now. But I have some earrings from a new black-owned company called Mobb. So I'm trying to decide which ones I want to wear. If I want to wear these melanin ones are so popping. I'll probably put these on actually. I'm going to put on the melanin ones because I've been dying for these earrings. Do I want to wear the melanin ones? So that's the melanin hoop. As usual, everything will be listed down in the description box below along with timestamps and everything so you guys can know exactly. I'm probably going to wear these because I think it goes better with the necklace that I have on. Does it? These or these? Which ones, y'all? You know I'm going to go with these because I just love me some big hoops. But these melanins are bad. Wait a minute. I didn't see. Yeah, I'm going to go in. I think these are called like the Twinkle Twinkle. Something like that. Are these a little too dressy? I love them though. Alright guys, so here we are with the finished look. And yeah, I love everything. These are my foolproof products that I love to use, that I love to go to, and I just know everything is going to be banging. The only new thing that I tried is this highlighter. Is doing what it got to do, so I am not mad at this highlighter at all. Love the way this look came out. My hair is still a little wet, so I'm not gonna like poof out the curls because I kind of want to though. But you know, that kind of makes the curls lose its definition. But yeah, I love the way everything turned out. Let me know what you think of the look down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That helps us content creators out greatly and lets other people know that they should be watching this video as well. Thanks so much for taking a couple of minutes out of your day to tune into this video. I really appreciate it. If you're new here and you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and joining the K Squad. We would love to have you here, and I hope to catch each and every one of you on the next video. Until next time, y'all. Later.